Stephen, hi, greetings. It's nice to see you. Good to connect.
Hey, Adam.
I'd like to invite you to tell us a little bit more about the large project that you have underway. I believe there are three different storylines that you are starting independently, but that you plan to draw together in a kind of like a tripod.
So I've created three, I call them series heroes, and they exist in, one is a steampunk type genre, and it is set on basically a breakaway American colony. Broke away in the mid-19th century and is taken sort of Jules Verne, crazy industrialism and just ran with it and never stopped. And while the rest of the world has gone with iPods and computers, these guys have just taken Zeppelins and heavy machinery and steam to its zenith. Steampoint focuses on is somebody from the society, a detective from this society who is partnered with an American female FBI agent. And that story unfolds as sort of this culture shock between, they come from the same root, but one is markedly more traditional than the other. Another one is horror focused. I call it Nightside, and that is basically about a soldier who is modified, a combination of Pentagon, Defense Department, genetic modification, and magic, and he can mimic vampires, and he's sent behind enemy lines, as it were, as a spy. And he is infiltrating this group, and it's can this guy, this soldier, remain a good man as he's put into a situation where he has to do all these awful things just to blend in, just to survive. The last one I call presently The Digital Dead, and it is about uploaded consciousness. It is more hard science fiction, and it asks what happens. Two things. One is if you have a state that basically can run heaven. If you have somebody who, an entity that runs or is the gatekeeper of an afterlife, a guaranteed afterlife, where you will be uploaded onto something similar to an internet, and you'll live forever. What control does that entity now have over you? And by extension, the people who are locked out of that, what happens to them if they're denied this guaranteed, great thing? So it focuses on three, very different genres, three very different protagonists and their associated characters, and they eventually begin to meet, and that's that fourth narrative that you were talking about. And the interesting thing, I think, for myself as a writer and for readers is going to be the interaction between these genres that normally don't really blend in, and to see what happens when they meet.
Do you feel that that you are, as a writer, expressing or working through ideas or values that run counter to the general trend of today's popular culture?
I would say so. I think as a writer, of course, the first goal is entertain the audience, not stand on a soapbox. But the reality is, the writer is who he is. I am who I am, and I have the beliefs that I do. And I think that it's impossible for an artist of any stripe to not reveal some of that.
Welcome to Liberty Island. Thanks for taking time to speak with me. And of course, we want to always remind our readers, if you like what you read, please don't forget to hit the writer's tip jar on the way out.